Welcome back. Mike Spence, TSPN TV News Desk. And I'm here with Tammie Crabtree, Executive Director for Operation Care. And we were just discussing a little bit about your personal background and having been involved with Operation Care for the last 7 years and all the different categories of interest that you guys specialize in. And what I did ask Tammie was, the difference between dealing with an adult, a female, and a woman who's been a victim of domestic violence, and a child. I mean, how do you deal with children in that situation? Do you have special people who are experienced with that?
We have a children's group that we do, but all of our counselors are certified in both, dealing with adults and children. Of course, there's some people at our work who just interact. Kids just interact really well with them. Kids, they find somebody and they're just drawn to that person. And we have a lot of staff, most of our staff, I should say all of our staff is really great with kids. And so, dealing with adults and kids, it's hard. It's heartbreaking to see the kids who've witnessed the things that their moms have gone through or even their dads have gone through. So it's just being a constant in their life. When they come to us, we're a constant person that they can count on, and they can trust us, and we build that trust with them, and then when they come, they know that they can tell us things and talk to us, and we'll help them figure out their feelings.
And having that type of experience, I'm sure helps, like a reservoir you can draw from. I would be terrible at that. I'm great to go get the cupcakes and contribute and do something, from a fundraising point of view. But the day-to-day operation, I'm sure, is really demanding.
It is demanding. We ask a lot of our advocates, and emotionally seeing what people are going through. We're dealing with emotions all day long, and so when we are able to do fundraising activities and promotional things, it's really just a way for us to continue doing our work but having some fun. We have to find some fun in it somewhere, so that's our way.
Yeah, well, you have a lot of exciting events coming up. Before we get to those, though, I'm just kind of interested, does the Sheriff's Department, do they turn people your way sometimes that don't belong in the system, in the county system or the jails or something? Is there some sort of intermediary, place where they put people and say, hey, can you talk to this person or deal with this situation? Or
when law enforcement's involved with somebody who's part of a domestic violence situation, they often give them our number so that they can call and, kind of take it from here and what path they need to go down. Our staff, when a domestic violence situation happens, oftentimes when law enforcement's involved, a need for a restraining order, maybe something that needs to happen, and our staff can do those types of things, and finding a new home for people or just a safe place for the night, those kinds of things.
I would imagine you work pretty closely together with the Sheriff's Department, people sending people over and things.
Yeah, with all
you probably have your number right next to their computer.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they probably have it written on their arm.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do, which they should, and we should all put that number close to the phone. But the the great event that you have coming up is the golf tournament at Mace Meadow Golf Club, and that golf course, I live right up behind there. And play there all the time, and that's a wonderful tournament that you have coming up, and that's actually on Saturday, September the 28th. And you can go to your website to find out, just operationcare.org.
Yes.
And you can see the dates, but Saturday, September 28th is a killer golf tournament. That will be fun. That's a great way to get involved. I mean, what better way to contribute and, donate to the cause and get involved with the cause than to play a little golf and go out there and enjoy a great event and activity like that. And then you have a children's group that you do every Tuesday morning?
Every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and that's just for the summer. That may change as school starts and people's schedules change. We may take that into the afternoon.
Where do you do that from?
We do that at our office as well. And usually when the moms are in their domestic violence group, we take the kids and we have a separate group, and
so you do women's groups on Tuesdays, children's groups on Tuesdays as well. And those happen right there at your office.
Right.
And then you have a soldier run in early October.
We do. That's really exciting. In February, we did a run. It was a color run for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, and it was a huge success. And so we thought, what do we want to do for October where families actually get involved? For our color run, we didn't expect to have nearly 500 people show up. We thought we'd have 100, and nearly 500 people showed up. So obviously it's something that people love to do. And there were so many families that we wanted to really target that area And, you know, when you come to these runs, we're not going to talk to you about domestic violence and sexual assault.
Right.
We're just letting you know who we are. There's a little bit of information, but it kind of sticks in your head. And when you say Operation Care and the Soldier Run, you kind of
really does.
know
Yeah,
what that is, and then the conversation starts. That's really what we want with all of our events. We want the conversation to start. We want our name to be, you know, in your vocabulary. We want you talking about it. And it's great when people know who we are and can tell what's Operation Care, and you're able to relay that to somebody else. It's great.
Well, that's a great date to have the Soldier Run in early October, because October is the Domestic Violence Month, right?
Right, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so this year we have, I didn't give all details because they're still being ironed out, but it's going to be really exciting this year. We're having, this run will be in the evening, and it's going to be a neon run, so there'll be a lot of glow-in-the-dark
cool.
stuff. And everyone who signs up and registers gets a t-shirt. And Desi and Anna, who are putting this run together, they're actually looking for volunteers. So if you volunteer, you can get a free shirt and free glow-in-the-dark stuff. And, you know.
My daughter wears your shirt. It was the Denim Day shirt, I believe. What did it say?
Was it Go, or was it the Go shirt, or White
No.
Denim?
It was a blue. It's a blue and white one. It's really cute. She wears
Yeah.
it all the time. She's
I see them all over.
wandering
It's
around.
great.
Yeah, it's great too.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's a great. Well, it's a great cause, and
Right.
and especially for young people to be aware of it and to educate them. The Awareness Month is October, and there are all sorts of October activities coming up, and there's activities every week. You can get involved every Tuesday.
Oh, yeah,
right there
definitely.
at the headquarters, and you know, do golf tournaments and everything else. That's
Mm-hmm.
great. You guys are on it, Tammie.
Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah, you must have an event coordinator, or activities planner. Is that you? Or is
That's
it-
all of us.
all of
Our
us.
staff works together with everything we do. We are just like a huge team, and everyone's input is valuable, and we use everybody's experience in different areas to the max. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's what it takes. I know you've come on TSPN. You had like a little morning show and kind of a roundtable talk, and you got Sue involved. And you know,
Right.
your ability to communicate and get the word out and engage with the community is the challenge. You know,
Right.
just getting everybody involved with it. And how much fun can you make out of a terrible
Right. It's not an easy
situation
topic.
in terms of a service? I mean,
Right.
it is that's a tough service to provide, and it's just
Right.
great that people can do it in such a light-hearted way and be involved, and it makes a difference. Even if one extra person goes to that board meeting this afternoon at 4:30,
Yeah, definitely.
could make a great difference.
We like having
you know?
people from all different walks of life.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of life experience in this county, a lot of retired professionals, and, you know, a lot of valuable information that maybe we don't know about. Our board right now is very diverse. You know, we have lawyers, we have people who work at the hospital, accountants, we have all kinds of different backgrounds on our board, but it's always nice to have more people, and just people who care for what we're doing makes a huge difference as well.
The hospital is another one that you must be awfully connected
Right.
with in terms of, you know, we've got a great hospital.
We do.
Sutter Amador Hospital here it saved my life. I was actually, when I first moved here, I had a little problem with my leg, and you know, ended
wow.
up in intensive care in the emergency room, and you know, I didn't have any idea what kind of hospital we had locally. It was brand new at the time, and I was kind of worried. I didn't know if they had any doctors yet.
Oh, no.
And turned out I got Dr. Hartman.
Oh,
Luck of
lucky.
the draw, yeah.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, he saved my life.
Yeah.
And, you know, you see the good things that come out of the hospital and all those different programs and how they're connected to your group and other agencies. You know, I've had the good fortune of interviewing some executive directors like yourself, and it's just so pleasing and exciting for me to come and be involved and kind of get that information out, because these are very informative, you know, topics and organizations,
Right.
and especially yours. I can't think of any more important one than Operation Care. And we've got a couple more minutes, so just shoot
Okay.
anything you like to talk
Well,
about and tell people.
I want to tell you about
That's what we're here. That's what we're doing.
I know.
That's what we want to. We
It's all
want to make
about
sure we
Operation
tell
Care.
everybody
It's so
everything we could
exciting.
possibly think of. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have the 3D cycle of violence, and that is it's a interactive display where you actually walk through 3 different rooms that represent the cycle of violence: the honeymoon phase, the tension building, and the acute battering phase. What somebody might experience if they were actually in a domestic violence relationship. And it's really good for people who have never experienced that before. They're able to get a visual, there's a smell, there's the sound. The staff, we do that as well as a staff. We put that together, and It's amazing.
And it's called the 3D Cycle of Violence.
Yes.
And it's an event that actually happens in October too, as well. And
Right, it
they can come
happens
and
at
see
our
that.
office. You just come in and tell me you want to go through the exhibit, and the staff member will take you through. And we have it set up from the 14th.
I'd rather play golf, I think. That sounds
It
like a
is
serious-
powerful.
That is a powerful one.
It's very powerful, but it's real. That's what's happening. And I understand that some people don't want to see that. You know, you have a great life
Right.
and things, but these are people in your community that are experiencing this, and that's what we want people to know. That's what we're dealing with. It's not just a hidden little secret.
Right.
You know, the more exposed it is, the better chance it is that it's going to stop, is what we're thinking. We're
I
hoping.
absolutely agree.
Yeah.
And the impact is what's, most powerful. And we air a commercial. I'm the programming manager. I look at all the commercials. I try to get really exciting commercials on the air. We have one for Operation Care. It's a
Yes.
black and white infomercial, I should call it. And it's very powerful.
It is.
And it's something that I look at all the time, and I keep thinking, well, I bet people are getting tired of that commercial. I hope you are. I hope you're really tired of it, and you keep looking at it, and you keep thinking about it, because it's
Right.
very powerful in
Right.
terms of its message. It's important, and we can't say enough about how these topics. I get all choked up, and I want to get the camera, I want to take it out to the people. I want everybody to come up to the board meeting this afternoon,
Right.
because it just when you see that commercial,
It's powerful.
it's like our military show.
Yeah.
I cry on the bumper of the military show, Armed Forces Weekly, every time I see it. I can't even talk about it without
Yeah.
getting choked up. But I was thinking about the women and the stories. And, all ages, all races, and you
Right.
listen to the stories, and you start thinking about people's families who you've known. And you do. It's an emotional topic. And if it doesn't reach you and it doesn't touch you, then don't bother going to the board meeting.
Right.
Because you're not human. Because
Well, I encourage people to see what we're about.
You need to.
Don't be a bystander.
Don't be a bystander.
No.
Get involved and get emotional about it, and feel it,
Right.
and let it reach you. Go through the 3D cycle. If you've got the guts to do that, I think I'll avoid that one. But definitely get out there. And I want to thank everybody for viewing today. And thank you, Tammie Crabtree,
Thank you.
Executive Director of Operation Care. It was a pleasure having you on today. It's a very important message.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.